Cleveland.com. Kyrie, the other night you said that this series is totally different than last year, different teams. But do you rely at all on just the basic fact that you were down 0-2 last year, the games weren't very close, and then you came here and that's when the series started to turn? Is that something that you can rely on?
I mean, you understand the journey and how much of the energy it took from a mental and physical standpoint in order to come back from something like that. But it's definitely possible. But also the realization that you're in a new moment, new journey with some new guys in a new collective group. So understand that it has to be different things done in order to be successful in this series. And it's going to come from a very special place, and we're going to need everyone. From myself to my teammates, to the coaching staff, to our fans, and understand how important Game 3 is. So going into it, we definitely want to limit some of our mistakes and things that we don't want to necessarily mimic that we did in Game 1 and 2. So coming back home, watching film, seeing different things we can execute and do at a very high level we need to do. And, a lot of responsibility will come on our leaders of this team, and as it should.
Then if I could just follow up, Ty said just a minute ago that he was not going to make any changes to the lineup or rotation. So the question is, what do you feel like you guys need out of JR, maybe that you haven't gotten these first two games?
We just need, our supporting group to be themselves as much as possible. Understand that they have a unique opportunity to make us that much better. And for majority of this season, it's been on myself, Bron, and K-Love's shoulders. And we've done a great job of getting everyone involved and making sure that everyone feels comfortable. But now, we need everything and everybody. And I know they know how important they are. And it's my job, to exude as much confidence as I can in them in order to get the very best. And I will do that. So.
Rachel, standing on the left.
Rachel Nichols, ESPN. Kai, you've played this team for a couple years now, but of course matchups evolve as the team evolves. Looking at the film from games 1 and 2, what have you learned about the way they're playing you right now?
Well, definitely throwing a lot of bodies at me. Definitely not allowing me to play in some comfortable positions that I'm used to. They have the ability to, definitely take away some angles that are there for a split second. But if you don't take it at that split moment, then it can very well close up. And you're just playing against one or two defenders, and they're throwing a few bodies at you. So now you just make adjustments. They've thrown their game plan out there, what they're not going to allow me to do, and now I'm got to figure out what I want to do. And that's not necessarily wait on whatever they're trying to limit me to do. So, and I know how important I have to be in order to go forward for us to have any chance at this series. So, I relish in that challenge, and I can't wait for it.
You're lucky in that you not only have teammates and coaches here, but also you have a dad, family who really actually knows the game. Have you gotten any advice from the home front?
For sure.
You want to share any of it?
I definitely have a great supporting group, and I'm eternally grateful for them.
On 4, right behind you. Brian.
Brian Mahoney, Associated Press. There's obviously been so much talk about the pace and the speed of the game, and just wondering, as a guy who's on the floor and probably, I assume, one of the fastest players on your team, are they that different than Boston, Toronto teams you've been playing? Is it do they get down the court quicker, or is it just they do things better?
I mean, the way they're matching up with us defensively, it allows them to get out and transition a lot quicker. You just watch film. And when Klay is on me and a few of the other guys are helping off or in a specific defensive position, they're able to capitalize off our long jump shots, or myself and Bron attacking the rim, or a little scuffle underneath the rim, and then they spread out with their wings, and they do an unbelievable job of running and creating that tempo, whether it be layups or threes. So part of it, the things that we can control, is definitely our effort getting back, as well as limiting them in transition. But more or less bringing up our physicality in the half court. and not allowing them to be comfortable in the spots that they have been in the last 2 games.
Chris, next seat over.
Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. Kyrie, with Ty saying that he's not going to make too many lineup changes and rotation changes, that would lead you to believe that there was something to pull out of games 1 and 2 that he liked, that he feels like can work moving into game 3. So what positives do you take from the 2 losses?
Oh, man. Well, you definitely got to take the positives out of a few beatings that we took in Golden State. But when you watch it, it doesn't necessarily seem as bad. When you rewatch the games, because you understand that the things that you can't control, they're just kind of boneheaded plays that you're just like, oh man, we can be better. We can be better. And whether they're speeding us up or whether they're getting in our chest or challenging us, we need to hit back. And it's as simple as that. They're an incredible team. But we understand that also we have specific matchups that we can attack as well, and we need to do that. And I know T-Lou will have a great game plan for us. And, it's our job as players to go out there and do it at a very high level.
In the center.
Kyrie, Spencer Davies, Basketball Insiders. Branching off of that, it seems like in the third quarter, that's really where they've created their separation. Is that more or less because of not taking care of the ball, or is that just something that you guys can't try to avoid?
Well, the importance of the third quarter definitely has to be a main focus of ours, especially if we have any chance in the game, because the last 2-3 quarters, they've come out and jumped on us and done it in a very significant way. So, whether that it be a quick foul or a quick three-pointer, and it gives them that confidence in order to spread out this league and to lead, and we allow them to feel comfortable, then it could happen like that, and it could change in a matter of freaking 30 seconds with this team. So, this is an important test for us, and we need to be as prepared as we can be, and we will. And you just get excited thinking about it, because we know we can play better.
And then for you individually, just from the tip, do you think it's going to benefit you most by just getting the ball in your hands early, kind of how it worked for Kevin to get him going early, just putting the ball in your hands and having, you get into your offensive flow like right away?
Whether I have the ball in my hands or not, an impact needs to be made on the game, and that's where that stands.
Scott, Michael, last 2.
Kyrie, Scott Sargent, WFNY, kind of piggybacking off the preparation. You guys have obviously prepared for these guys. You've played them. It's well written over the last 2 years. Has anything in the last 8 quarters surprised you?
No, nothing's really surprised me. When you're out there and they're going at a high tempo, you're definitely like, okay, that week that we just had did nothing for us. That week that did nothing for us. And as much as you want to work on, going through their plays and their splits and their actions, there's nothing that can imitate Kevin Durant popping behind a three-pointer and shooting a tough shot that you've contested, or Steph coming off a pin down and guys setting good screens. We used game 1 and 2. We got our asses kicked, and now we're here at game 3, and we have a challenge in front of us. So,
Michael, last question here.
Kyrie, Michael Grange from Sportsnet in Toronto. The finals have been a great platform for Tristan Thompson the last couple of years. What can he deliver to help change some of the momentum in a game, in game 3, for example?
Well, of course, a lot's going to be made. He hasn't played as well as he would like to, but his greatness comes at the energy and attitude that he brings and the effort that he brings. And, we need a lot of that from him and some. And he can deliver that for us, and he will. So, like I said in the beginning, I will exude as much confidence in my guys as much as I need in order to get what I need out of them. And especially for us to be successful as a team, we need him to be who he is and some.